How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of a mystery beer up in this piece. Dented can mystery beers. They're the best kind of mystery beers. This comes courtesy of my boy Jerome. I picked out 3 beers tonight to review. I did a Pilsner just now, so I am not hyper fresh on a palate. Ooh, these broken cans, they can get you every now and then. And the last... God damn it. I was about to say the last beer I picked was a big old stout. So, oh, okay. I'm kind of thinking that, that paper towel is making that, but that looks very much nitro-like. So I was hoping this beer was going to be relatively small. At first pour, I was like, oop, this is a big, huge stout. But I'm thinking it might be a nitro pub ale now. Just how that looked coming out of the can and the way it hissed when I popped, thought it had to do with the dented portion of the can. So we'll see how this sucker goes. So, classic mystery beer stylings. As far as that goes, I mean, you probably saw it when I poured it, but it had this big cascade kind of look to it. Rich, creamy head, 2 fingers, so it definitely has that kind of pub vibe going for it. So, yeah. Let's get a nose. It is. This is like a nut brown, like some kind of nut brown ale. I'm going to lean into the nitro thing. I mean, this paper towel could affect how the head kind of generates, but that had that cascading nitro-esque kind of look to it. Not a big nose on it, but it's a little bit of soft roasted malt. I could be talked into a coffee component on this, but I'm thinking more of like a Nutella hazelnutty kind of nut brown kind of ale. So a nitro nut brown, nitro English mild, nitro English nut ale, something along those lines. Let's dive in. Cheers. Definitely a nitro beer. Who made this? That's what I want to know. Is this super old school? I'm thinking it's super old school. It's not Guinness. Not Guinness. It's not Boddington's. You know what I could see this being? What the hell was the name of that beer? So it's somebody's English mild, English ale, English dark mild, English kind of nut ale. I'm still sticking with that nut component. There's no coffee in this beer. The beer I'm thinking of, I haven't had in forever. My buddy Joe from NEPA Beer Reviews now works at River Horse. It's one of his favorite beers. It's an old school classic pub ale in a can. What the hell was that name of that beer? God damn it. Oh, man, it's going to drive me nuts now. What is it? No, I'm just going to fixate on that instead of the mystery beer. I mean, there's really not much else to talk about. Let's do this. We'll find out if it's old school. There's no widget in there. Oh, man, I'm so pissed. If it's that beer, I'm going to be equally angry. But back to the beer. Nutty component, nutty maltiness, a little touch of bittering on it, nothing too aggressive. Super soft mouthfeel. Finish is relatively quick and clean. So I'm guessing this is a 5 and change, 5.3% English nitro pub ale. Yeah. Double layered for my protection. Old school brewery. I'm not going to go new school. Oh, god damn it. Okay, it is Tidley English Dark Mild. I've had this beer before. 3.8%, so I went 5. I was afraid to go that low. I've reviewed this before as a non-mystery beer, and I really did enjoy it. And I reviewed them separately, so I did, instead of doing it side by side. But you could tell it was just an English, I even named it, well, I guess I call it Dark Mild, but English Brown Ale. I thought, this is light. I'm not surprised this is 3.8, but I was too afraid to go below 5%, just because I thought this is like a macro beer. And I don't mean that in a negative way, Fox Farm, because I think that's what they're going for here. It's just not a macro beer, but one of those classic old school Boddington level beers. That's what I'm trying to say. That had been eventually purchased by Macro. But I've reviewed this as a non-mystery beer, and I loved it then, and I loved it now. I think I kind of liked the non-nitro version more than I liked the nitro version. But this is a fun little twist, because when I cracked this open and I poured it, I was like, dark beer, it's going to be a big, bold sucker. But once I gave it a decent pour, I was like, okay, this isn't that big. And it's absolutely delicious. It's exactly what I wanted to drink, even though it wasn't what I imagined. I was kind of hoping this beer was going to be like a little pale ale or a little lager or something, just something light and drinkable. And I knee jerk, I was like, oh, and then I was like, no. It's exactly what I wanted. And a very tasty beer. So, I mean, if you want me to talk about this, I really do enjoy this beer. I should have said that before I do the unveiling, because then it's kind of like, are you just saying that because it's Fox Farm? But if you go back to watch my reviews, both the nitro and a non-nitro version, you know, they're just really well done, chuggable English style beers in a very fun way. The nitro comes through in a taste. Sure, it's not like widget level nitro, but it's definitely apparent when you drink it. And it just has this nice, super clean, crisp robustness to it. Now, I called it at 5%. I kind of wanted to go a little bit lower, but I still had the chutzpah to do it. But I would have not gone sub 3% on this. So you're talking about something that's hitting above its weight class, super drinkable, super tasty, super well done. What more do you want? Is this one of the better English milds that I've had as of late? I think when I reviewed it, I said, yeah, and it still is. Value and availability on this, I hope this is relatively decent price point to leave you with if you like what we like this. If you like awesome chuggers, you'll like this. There you go. Reviewing the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I think Jerome sent this to me. Now I'm kind of second guessing myself that maybe this came from Corey. I mixed up a couple mystery beers. I forgot to write stuff on them. So if I messed up, I'm sorry. I apologize. So there you go. If you've had this beer, please let me know. I want you guys to tell me what your scoop is on it. And go check out the previous review of the nitro non-nitro version. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massif if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of mystery beer in your own. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.